Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. So Katie Taylor, as if she needed it, yet again cements her legend by outpointing Chantelle Cameron, a bigger, powerful, younger, very talented woman with nothing to be ashamed of. But Katie Taylor, I mean, it's getting to the point where the word legend is a bit too meek, because I had this fight 96-94 to Katie. She had to walk through fire to win it. What can you say? The atmosphere in the Three Arena in Dublin was absolutely extraordinary. It was sort of oozing through the TV screen. Well, actually, no, it was blasting through the TV screen. It's amazing stuff. Yeah, well, what a wonderful fight. Very, very exciting fight. Magnificent event. Katie was just sublime. Chantelle more than played her part. Again, Chantelle, the much bigger woman. Physically strong, ramrod jab. My opinion was the same as many others, which is that Chantelle would be a bit too young, a bit too big, a bit too powerful for Katie. But Katie was a woman possessed, and from the word go, she started extremely quickly, using her speed, firing lots of punches from both hands, trying to draw Cameron's jab and then countering. Now, at the end of the first round, there was a slight bit of controversy, because I thought Cameron actually put Katie over with a jab, and Katie sort of staggered back and fell over, and the referee ruled it a slip. Now, unless Cameron was treading on Taylor's foot, I definitely think that was a knockdown. But I'm doing this video immediately after watching the fight live, so I'm going to have to go back and have a look at that. But again, from the second round on, Katie, looking to let her hands go. Cameron looking to outmuscle her in the clinches. Katie was having the final word. There's no denying that Cameron had heavy hands, and especially the jab, when it landed, it was perturbing Katie. But Katie was slipping most of them, definitely slipping most of them. And there was a clash of heads in the second round, which opened a horrendous sort of open, gaping wound on the top of Chantelle's forehead. Blood sort of pouring out of it. It didn't seem to bother her. She did at times in the fight look frustrated. I think the mixture of the speed and also Katie was hanging on a little bit sometimes, especially as the fight drew on. That was making Chantelle a bit frustrated. And there's no doubt that Cameron did win rounds. There were times when her physicality, heavier hands, the weight of punch on single punches was definitely pushing Katie back, making her think. It was... Where did I have it? I had Katie pulling away. Let me get this right now. I'm doing it off memory. I think I had, after 6 rounds, I had it 4-2 to Katie. And then the 7th, I think I gave to Katie. The 8th, I gave to Chantelle. But after 8 rounds, it did look like Katie was really, really tired. And Chantelle seemed to have a bit more juice left in the tank. However, I don't think that huge gash on the forehead was giving her a lot of trouble. I mean, the blood was pouring down the side of her face. There was a lot of it. Some of it might have been splashing into her eye. But I just got the feeling that she couldn't quite find her timing. Katie's speed and overall sort of ring generalship, the way she used her feet as well, was making Chantelle not second guess herself, but have to reset herself quite a bit. And Katie just kind of, I mean, they were the last 2 rounds were close, but I thought I just had Katie ahead. I mean, these 2-minute rounds drive me absolutely balmy, because, as I've said before, they're so difficult to score. If one girl wins 1 minute and the other girl wins the other minute, it's a drawn round. I don't give drawn rounds ever. It's very, very difficult to score them. If you've got that 3rd minute, you can say, okay, it's even after 2 minutes. Who wins the 3rd minute? You can't do that with the women's game. So I would like to watch this again and rescore it. But I thought Katie, overall, the overall impression I got did reflect what was on my card, which was 96-94. One of the judges, I think, had it the same. One had it 97-93, and then one had it 95-95. It was a majority draw. And I don't think the 95-95 is that unfeasible. But I definitely thought Katie won. That was the impression I got. She was just quite a bit quicker. She landed combinations. You had to bear in mind that every time the crowd cheered, I mean, every time Katie breathed, the crowd cheered. I mean, the house got brought down. So you've got to be wary of that. You've got to be very, very wary of that, because Chantelle was getting some work done in there and no one was cheering. And then every time, Katie took a step forward, there was a cheer. You've got to keep it real. But I did think Katie won the fight, 96-94. Her feet kind of won her the fight as much as her fists, in a sense, because I thought she was using the ring well. Even when she was on the ropes, when Chantelle got on the ropes, I mean, there was one instant early on where she landed a check left hook as Cameron was moving in. Cameron got a lot of work done. She was clearly physically stronger, and was able to manhandle, woman handle, if you like, Katie. But overall, I just thought, in terms of work done, yeah, I thought Katie edged it, and it was it was a brilliant fight to watch, an amazing story. But of course, thankfully, it wasn't just a case of, oh, she's got her revenge. It was a case of, let's have a trilogy. And Katie herself said in the post-fight interview, let's do this at Croke Park. Come on, let's do it. And Eddie Hearn also said, come on, he said to the Irish people, the Irish government, what's this woman done for your sport? What's she done for your country? This needs to be at Croke Park. In other words, he was saying, put your money where your mouth is. Stop heaping praise on her. Deserved praise without putting some money on the table. But I'm sure they'll sort something out. And Cameron does deserve that third fight. I mean, Katie is now a two-weight undisputed world champion. She's got all 4 belts at super lightweight, having reigned at lightweight. An amazing achievement, absolutely amazing. Katie finished the fight with some abrasions. There was a bit of swelling under one of her eyes, maybe a very slight nick on the corner of the eye. Cameron's going to have to go away and get that forehead stitched up, because it's a dreadful wound, dreadful. But Katie kind of, at 37, I mean, we all thought she was on the slide. This is probably the best performance of her career. Certainly one of them. It's on a par with the Serrano performance anyway. I think this was much better than the Serrano performance. And yeah, what a legend. What an absolute legend. Leave your thoughts below. What do you think? You're looking forward to the rubber match, the trilogy. It's going to be next year, hopefully in Croke Park, we hope. What do you think of the fight? I thought it was absolutely brilliant. If you're someone who just doesn't watch women's boxing just because they're women, you are missing out. You are shooting yourself in the foot. Big, big, big time. And I know not all women's fights are this good, but not all men's fights are very great either. Go and have a look at this fight. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Comments below then. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the like button as well and spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. Well done, Katie Taylor. And also well done, Chantelle Cameron, for giving us such a fantastic fight. Comments below, I'll answer them, and I'll catch you later. Bye for now.